Yeah, my name is P. Cooper Washington. I'm the author of this book called Once a Thief. The book is about two homies from out the hood. You know what I'm saying? They have nothing better to do with their time. And you know, one of the homies came up with a plan and a scheme, you know, to burglarize a jewelry store that he thought was owned by an old Italian man, but little did they know that it was back behind organized crime. You know, it's a story that takes place in Freeport, you know, out here in Long Island, Freeport, Roosevelt, Hempstead. Yeah, right now we're about to enter my man Nike spot, Nike and Run spot. It's called Murder Inc. One of the scenes in the book take place in here. The cat gonna get his tattoo, so we're gonna slide up in here and check out my man Nike real quick. This is Murder Inc. right here, you know, and one of my characters named Cat. As soon as he got some dough, this is like one of the first places he ran besides the strip spot, you know, to get his joint tatted up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna let Nike take it from there.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, the book is real, you know what I mean? I gotta take my hat off to dude, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing because he kept it in the neighborhood and the environment he grew up in. And he based his characters out of the same environment that he grew out in. By him including us, you know, was like, that was a good look, you know what I mean? I love him for that and everything, you know. I'm not originally one of the characters, I'm myself in the book, but the fact that we use this as a location as the Cat and them to come get their tattoos. And, you know, everybody knows Murder Inc. out here in this area, so the setting was right, you know what I mean? And, you know, this things just happened, you know, and it was a good look and everything. Love. That's right, baby. We're gonna make it happen.
Right, baby. That's right.
I'm waiting for
Big
part two.
Genius TV.
Waiting for part two. Word up. My man good, you know what I'm saying?
Big Genius TV, baby. Damon was the real thief. He was the mastermind of the two. You know, he was the one that knew how to do what they was doing. He knew how to get into safes. He knew how to, get rid of jewelry and things of that nature. He had all the connects and all of that stuff, you know, and he was more laid back about it. You know, he wasn't flashy or anything, you know, he was a thinker. Yeah, here we are at the infamous Sugar Hill Barbershop in Freeport Mall, you know, where my characters come to get their hair cut, you know what I'm saying, from Roller Skate Ray, you know, OJ, Ken, and my boy Chris, you know what I'm saying, they be dicing us up out here in Freeport, Fort Knox. You know, my characters come here to get their little haircuts and everything, show a little love, you know. A lot of people that gave me feedback on the book told me that they liked his character because even though he was doing wrong, you know, he thought about what he was doing sometimes, you know. But they said that the two characters, Cat and Damon, they went together like peanut butter and jelly because, you know, in every group, there's always going to be somebody that's laid back, and there's always going to be somebody that's, you know, wild and outspoken and outgoing and everything. And these two was that perfect team. Here we are at the infamous Street Dreams apparel in Freeport Mall. You know, this is one of the spots that the characters come to in the book to buy their little clothing, you know, before they go out on the town and all of that. You know, they also carry the book here at Street Dreams. So if you want a copy and you can't get it from the website or Amazon.com, you know, you can get it here from Street Dreams. Matter of fact, let's go inside and holler at my man Raheem right now, the owner. Ain't nothing, man, you know what I'm saying? It's good, man, you know. Right. With my man Freak Genius right here, you know what I'm saying? And we doing a little promo for the book, Once a Thief. And being that the characters, you know, came to your store to buy some clothes and all of that, we're paying you homage because I know for a fact, being that I'm from Fort Knox, is you one of the only stores, one of the original stores that been here for at least 20 plus years.
Oh, no doubt.
Street Dreams has been a part of Freeport Mall for 20 plus years. This man should get an award because if I'm correct, he's probably the longest store on this whole strip right here. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, at least one of them. I started writing a book because I wasn't satisfied with a lot of the material that I was reading, coming from a lot of urban novelists, you know, urban authors and things of that nature. I wasn't surprised, you know. I wasn't, you know, the things that they was writing. It didn't really, you know, satisfy my hunger. And I pay homage to you that's why in the book I had to, you know, give him a little part in here because, you know, I've been coming here for over 20 years to get some wares, you know what I'm saying? And he's always treated me fair. He always had the latest and the greatest stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he always been straight up with me, you know, so I had to pay him homage in the book and let my characters come here just like I would come here and buy some clothes. This is my man Raheem, the owner of Street Dream. And I don't know nobody that's been out there knocking off cops on a regular and still running around, you know, without getting knocked off themselves. So, you know, a lot of these stories that these people was composing, that's how these stories was coming about. You know, a lot of the stuff in there was like incredulous. It was like unbelievable. And I'm saying to myself, damn, I've been in the streets putting it in for all of these years, you know what I'm saying? And I never encountered none of this stuff. And I was putting it in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But I decided to put together a story myself. And, you know, there's some true life events in the book. You know, some of it is based on true life events, and some of it isn't. You know what I mean? You just gotta read it for yourself and find out, you know, it's just for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. Right over here is where they got the copies of Once a Thief, you know what I'm saying? You got a few copies here. So when you come in the store, you got some copies here. I'm from Freeport, Port Knox. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the north side of Port Knox, Columbus Avenue. You know what I mean? I grew up in the rough and tumble streets over there on the north side and everything, you know, where, you know, you basically had to get it in. You know, we didn't have a lot of gangs back then or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And it was like every man for himself. You know, it's like you couldn't be up on the block if you couldn't hold your own weight. You know what I mean? Because if you couldn't hold your own weight, somebody's gonna step on you, they're gonna take advantage of you, the wolves is gonna come and take what you got. So in order for you to be up on the block, when I used to be up there hustling, you know, you had to hold your own weight. You had to do whatever was necessary to maintain that little space that you had up there. And I was willing to do what was ever, you know, whatever was necessary to stay up there, you know? And I was willing to do whatever was necessary to prove to these individuals that I belonged up there. You know what I mean? So I did what I had to do to get my little respect. You know, whatever it was, I did it just to get my respect and to prove to these individuals that I belonged up here on this block.
Thank you. It looks very interesting. I'm going to enjoy it. Thanks a lot.
Right, you're welcome.
Okay.
You can order the book from my website, which is www.doobiereal.com. That's DOBEREAL, doobiereal.com. Or you could go on Amazon and order the book. Those are the two places right now where, you know, it's going into mass marketing. It's Amazon and my website. You could also get it from Street Dreams and Freeport Mall, or you could get it from Central Station, or you could go to Black Star Video in Harlem. You go there and also cop the book. It's called Black Star Video. And other than that, man, you know, just come out, show some support. It's a real good book. I'm just not saying it because I wrote it. You know, people bigged it up. You know, people gave me their honest opinion of it. And everybody loved it so far, and everybody's waiting for a part 2, which I'm in the process of writing right now.